y'all, I just heard something that was so outrageous and just so, I did not know this, and I don't know if many people know this, but I'm pretty sure every state has a Salvation Army. Like, you know, the people, it's like the charity, you go there, you know, you buy stuff, and that's supposed to be used towards like homeless, you know, helping the homeless and stuff like that. So we're walking out of Walmart, and Baton Rouge actually has a decent population of homeless people, and most times you see the same homeless people over and over again. And so I was under the assumption that to go and stay at a shelter, it's free, because it's a homeless shelter where you're obviously homeless. So this guy walking out, and the guy asked, do we have any like change to spare? And he goes on to explain that at the Salvation Army, you only get one free night. Not a week, y'all, a month, one free night. And then they charge you $7.50 to stay any other additional night. Well, that just makes no fucking sense to me, since how I'm homeless. Where am I getting $7.50 from every night? So it's either come up and panhandle for $7.50, which is not easy today, where people are already broke and they're not giving out any money. So it's either somehow get $7.50 to stay at a shelter that's supposed to be free because it's for homeless people, and that's what people go and buy stuff at Salvation Army for, to help provide for homeless people. I don't understand. Like, what are you supposed to do? Sleep outside? And there's a homeless shelter? Like, where is that like that in y'all city? Like, if it is, that's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Like, the Salvation Army is a pretty big company, and they make a good amount of money, tax-free money, to help provide for the homeless people in these urban areas where there's a big population of homeless people, and you're charging them $7.50. Like, where the hell am I getting $7.50 from if I have to choose between that and eating? You might only get $7 panhandling. So you're supposed to either want somewhere to sleep or want somewhere to eat, but you can't have both? Like, seriously, that's ridiculous, America. Like, I feel like anybody who thinks that that's okay should be super ashamed of themselves, and the Salvation Army should be really ashamed of themselves. It's ridiculous. Who charges homeless people to sleep somewhere? I bet you they wouldn't think that $7.50 was okay if it was them and their family that was on the street and homeless and need somewhere to sleep, and we have to choose between, do I want to eat or have somewhere to sleep inside? That's ridiculous. I think that that is absolutely ridiculous. And most of these people that are homeless are veterans, and they have nowhere else to go. Ridiculous. It's beyond me. And people who are mentally ill too. A lot of mentally ill people who are homeless. So if I'm mentally ill, you know, how would I know how to get $7, you know, to go and to find somewhere to sleep? That is so sad. It literally makes me want to cry, because I think about all the people out there that are not fortunate like I am to have somewhere to sleep and have family to help them out, and they have to come up with, you know, the only money that you might panhandle for the day. You can't eat with that money because you have to go have somewhere to sleep if you don't want to risk being like raped or killed or whatever out in the streets. Like, that's horrible. America, like, should really be ashamed of themselves. It's horrible. It's horrible. You would swear to God we live in a third world country. It's ridiculous. One of the richest countries in the world, and there's people, literally organizations like this, who don't even pay taxes. You know, Salvation Army, they're charging homeless people to have somewhere to sleep. Ridiculous. I'm pretty sure they get government grants too. Like, where's the money going then? If I have to pay for clothes, pay for food, pay for everything else, I want to know, where is the money going, Salvation Army? I would really like to know. Anybody who knows that, or you work for Salvation Army or whatever, comment below and tell me, where is the money going? If the homeless people have to pay you to sleep at a homeless shelter. Ran over. And to anybody who would think that I'm overreacting or that the reaction is not warranted, I just want to ask you, what do you think it feels like when they ask you for $7? $7 to somebody who don't even know where their next meal is coming from. They might as well ask for $1 million. $7 will feel that astronomical to somebody who has absolutely nothing. Like, anybody who doesn't think that that is just the most ridiculous and the most atrocious and inhumane thing ever to do to somebody, you know, if you've never been poor, and I grew up poor, not po, but poor, where we lived, you know, paycheck to paycheck. And even now as an adult, we live pretty paycheck to paycheck. But I can only imagine when I'm down to my last $10, $5 sounds like a humongous number to pay for something. So I can imagine what $7 sounds like to a person who is desperate and has nowhere to sleep and has nothing to eat. You might as well be asking for $1 million. Like, that's basically what they're asking for, $1 million to stay somewhere, to have a night's rest on a cot. On a cot. You know, come on. It's ridiculous. Oh, so ridiculous.
I'ma be happy. I'ma be good. You better believe it. I'ma be happy. I'ma be good.